there, folks. What's happening?
Did you want something to drink?
You know what? Maybe so.
I got beer. Do we have, what kind of wine do we have? Ellis. Provide.
Ellis Trent.
You said what?
You're dry on the wine.
Are we?
Maybe a beer. I don't think a wine.
All right, let me go get you one.
That's going to be your alias when you're just, he wants to treat you like a pal. It's Ellis Trent.
Oh, boy. Let me see. Hold on. As you see, I'm going out. I mean, it's Miller High Life.
You got the High Life?
Yeah, I guess
This guy likes the champagne of beer.
He's got it in the cooler out on the...
You don't even need it in the cooler. It's like 20-some degrees outside. You just keep it right on the porch. You got ice in there, or it's just in the cooler?
It's just in the cooler. It's cold.
Yeah, no, it's
Perfect. Right?
surprised it's not frozen.
So that's is it a twisty?
No.
Here, I got you.
You gotta pop it. Pop the top, as they say.
I guess that's one of my questions. Why?
Sleeping.
Huh?
Chris is sleeping.
Who's sleeping?
You are.
No, that should be a twist.
You're a host.
Miller High Life should be a twist.
I tried it.
Let me get it.
I mean, I got office hands though too. You know. No, that's not a twist.
Oh, that's not good. Well,
Or maybe in a glass. Got a little rust going.
maybe that's why you couldn't open it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: why is that beer less popular than like Miller Lite? Why do so many people like Miller Lite?
Because you know what? To be honest, between those two, Miller Lite is a little bit more full-bodied. It's got a little bit more flavor. Like that one's a light beer. Like it's similar to like a Coors Light. Coors Light is very light beer.
So Miller High Life is more light than Miller Lite?
Yeah, it's like you had Medalla from Puerto Rico.
That's how Miller High Life is?
Yeah, it's a very light tasting beer, not super heavy. I mean, not that light beer is supposed to be heavy, but Miller Lite just has a little more flavor. Thank you, madam.
How
That's
is
a nice pour.
It's real foamy. So that's my thing. I've drank like Miller Lite before, and it tastes disgusting to me. That tastes better.
Because you like it light.
You think
like
that's
a good
what it
light
is?
Beer. Yeah.
You don't think it has nothing to do with just
let
like
me
the
ask you
taste?
this. You've had the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale, and that's a more craft beer. What do you, I mean, they're two different beers, you know, but do you like that one?
I like how it tastes.
But compared to the Miller High Life, I mean, this is way lighter.
It is lighter, but I'm talking like the taste of it. Like when I drink Miller Lite, like when I was young, I used to do like a lot of reckless shit. And one of the things I used to do was like put pennies in my mouth.
Yeah, I used to put coins in my mouth. What kind of dumb stuff? What are we doing as kids?
Yeah, well, that's how Miller Lite tastes to me, like a penny. Like every time I drink, I'm like, this tastes like that penny I used to put in my mouth.
I don't get that taste. But you know what? You could have unique taste buds. You know why? Because there's like I just thought about this. I love cilantro. I don't know. There's not, most people you meet, they love cilantro.
Yeah.
But there's some people that they find the taste horrible. They find it tastes like soap.
Soap. I heard about that.
Which is weird.
I don't have it. I don't have that taste bud. I taste it like cilantro.
Yeah, me too.
It's a herb.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. You ever had cilantro teeth?
Oh yeah, that's the best. That means the tacos were good.
Elise is always like, you got cilantro on your teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you that what that exposes that I floss well. Because if I didn't floss well, then there would be nothing between my teeth, just plaque and gunk.
Yeah.
That's how you're starting the conversation?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you know what? Talking about flossing, I remember like years ago, I was bad at it, right? It wasn't until like maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, where I was real consistent with it.
With flossing?
Yeah, like consistent, like every night, every day doing it. Before it was like, just not on top of it.
What do you mean by not on top of it? Give me numbers.
I mean, maybe you could go like, 2 days or something and, and not floss, just hey, I'm brushing my teeth and that's good enough kind of thing. And I remember having a dentist that she was a Cuban lady. She would get on me like my mother. Like I ended up leaving that office because at one time she got in my face about it a little bit. She was like talking down to me.
Like you need to floss.
Yeah. Not like, my cleanings were great. I was having good cleanings and all that, but she was just like, are you flossing? And I said, not really. she was like, you need, and she like talked down.
This was the dentist?
Me. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm not paying this lady to like yell at me. Borderline yell at me. But I got it. I was like, she's right though, right?
Yeah.
And so.
So you left the practice and then you started doing it.
I did, because I didn't like her attitude.
You took her advice and left the practice.
Right.
After that, did you floss regularly after that?
Yeah, regular. Now,
because you didn't want that experience again.
Well, no, it's more. It's like anything. Like once you kind of build up a habit and you realize the benefits of it, I don't know what it was that clicked, but part of it was her kind of yelling at me a little bit. And then the other half was just, hey, knowing that this is something you're supposed to do. And I don't know, now I have to do it. I can't like not do it. You know?
I guess a fear of mine with that is that I've had friends with like really bad breath.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had this, I think I might've told my mom and she's like, that's because they don't floss. They have like a piece of meat stuck in the back of their teeth. And I was just like, I floss every day.
Yeah.
Few times I have to floss. That's like a main thing of mine.
Yeah. You know what it was too? Like early on back in the day, like now I buy those dental sticks that they're kind of like
Elise buys that. I hate those things.
I love them. Bad for the environment, I guess, but I just love them because it makes flossing so much easier. Whereas the whole wrapping floss around your finger and like that doesn't work for me. Just not happening.
Let me put you
That's
on
the
game.
worst idea, the worst method.
No, so here, check this out. With those things, I feel like the floss is too thick, well, at least for me, and I can't get it between my teeth because I think my teeth are so tight together.
Yeah.
As opposed to the ones you like string out, and I can get those in my teeth. Now, the thing with the ones you string out, you can maneuver easier to get like the side of your teeth in the inside and out, as opposed to the other one, you're just kind of just stuck picking. The other ones, you can glide sideways and just scoop up whatever you have. Like here, let me show you. See this right here? So if you flip the floss this way, you can scrape up what's even in front of your teeth, not between your teeth.
I just kind of angle the stick in different ways, and it works for me.
Because it fits between your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I have a hard time getting it because I feel like it's real thick. It's like almost, do they still sell those satins? At least like the satin floss. Those are hard to get between.
My mom doesn't like it.
Yeah, because to get between your teeth, it's the worst.
Yeah. Anyways, on a definite record now. You know what I mean? But anyways, talking about that, there was a guy I was in the Marine Corps with that he showed up to work one day and he's got like a sore, just his jaw's sore, his mouth is sore. And he's complaining about it. So they finally end up saying, hey, well, you need to go to the doctor and, just go figure out what's going on, So he comes back, and after like almost most of the day there at sick call or at the doctor's, he comes back and we're like, yeah, so what happened, man? And he's like, well, apparently I had a pork chop bone wedged between his two back molars, but he had it there for so many days that it was creating this pressure, and it started giving him headaches and all this stuff. And we're tying this back to like flossing. And I was like, dude, if you were flossing, you would have felt pork chop bone in between your teeth.
Did his breath stink?
I never got close enough to
No?
want to figure it out.
Yeah, I had a coworker. His breath was like so. You
Like you can smell it like
a dead
as
rodent.
he walks in the room.
Yeah, like a dead. Yeah, you smell it from far for sure. And it.
How about those people that it like permeates out of their cheek? They don't even have to have their mouth open. It's just like you can kind of be next to him and you'd be like, I could smell this guy's breath through his skin.
Yeah, it's like a dead rodent.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it smells. Like you ever like walk in an alley, like it smells like something died. That's how it smells. But he ended up taking out all his young guy too. He need dentures. His teeth were just rotten. Man,
we're on a roll with these teeth. Now I'm thinking about George Washington. Have you ever seen George Washington's teeth?
Yeah, I heard he had. They said his teeth were slave teeth, right?
He had ivory from a hippopotamus, not a rhino, hippopotamus. Some of his teeth, and then some of his teeth were teeth that were from some of the slaves that he owned, but it wasn't like he took them, right? He actually paid them or gave them some kind of compensation, I believe. But they actually have his dentures, these teeth, like in some museum or whatever. Look horrible.
Yeah. But what does that say is like humanity back then, that your teeth are so bad you had to get it from an animal?
Yeah.
Like you would think the animal has worse teeth from just...
From what I understand, it started getting worse through time with when people started getting more, more wealthy and sugar, a lot of sugary foods and stuff. They didn't really take care of their mouth that well, or their hygiene in general was like not something that was done every day through like even the 1800s.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't until probably like the early 1900s where people were like taking regular showers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's how perfume and cologne got invented. It was to kind of mask the smell, because people wouldn't shower for like, who knows how long, weeks, months.
What about people who don't shower twice a day? Or they rather shower in the
You say
morning?
people that don't shower twice. I'm people, I guess, because I don't shower twice a day.
Yeah, I shower once a day.
Yeah.
I can't do twice.
Morning or night?
At night before I go to bed. Or, at night in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
That's what I mean, most times I'll take another shower in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'm a night shower kind of gal, just because you're washing the day off. You went into the office. You've taken a poop.
Yeah.
You've done all the things.
If you're gonna shower,
showering in the morning only, and not when you get home from work.
I used to think that about The Sopranos, because Tony would get home after like the long day, and he'd take off his clothes, drop his clothes down on the side of the bed, put his jewelry on the nightstand, and just get in bed. And I'm like, this guy's not gonna shower. It's like it was something I noticed, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, my thing with showering once I can't do multiple showers because your skin will just get dry. I feel like the body needs some kind of oil, and
yeah, you're
is
right.
bacteria the right thing that your body needs? Like nasty, you can't be 100% cleansy. Your body has to be immune. Like
You need oils.
yeah,
Yes.
but germs too though.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just talking about we were just talking about this, but it wasn't really until recent years that people kind of showered regularly or bathed regularly. I mean, you look back through time, I mean, it probably was probably way back in the day, the cleanest people were probably like Native Americans, right? Or American Indians or Indians from the Western Hemisphere, because the Europeans were living filthy. I mean, that was written in diaries of explorers and people that came. They found them to be, they would call them savages, but they were also super impressed by how clean and good looking that they were.
Yeah, we're living in the most luxurious times for sure right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. even like homeless people are not that bad,
Right.
right?
Yeah. They got clothes,
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing good.
And I think back then, a lot of people lived like they were homeless.
Right.
Think
even
about
if even if they had money,
yeah,
or if they were considered wealthy for that time, they still kind of were like,
1700s, maybe early 1800s. A lot of people weren't getting up every day to brush their teeth.
right.
Like at least looks like, ugh. I mean, but that was reality. Nobody was
Yeah.
waking up and saying, I got to brush my teeth. I got to get ready. It was just,
Yeah.
you wore the same thing every day for weeks, probably.
Right.
There wasn't the luxury of having a closet filled with clothes.
You
It was
just worked all day long, sweated, and then put them same old dirty drawers on the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm not sure how we got from Miller Lite to hygiene.
to bad breath. I'll tell you what, though. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is, I guess, again, officially, this is like I'm always running like different like podcasts, but this one's different because this is going to be like a radio show.
Yeah.
I'm going to run it like a radio show. What do you think about that, Ellis?
I mean, stay consistent, like you tell me.
Yeah. I can never get it right. That's the thing.
Well,
Like I'll go back and always like pick apart as to like, I need to fix this. This is not right. I don't like this.
right.
Well, I also
Well-
think you're looking for like a person to do this with consistently.
Yeah.
You haven't found one, but I feel like you've found one in Al. Al could do it consistently with you.
Right.
Yeah. I think this would be the better fit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I always had like people give me like input, like, oh, you know, maybe we should do it. And I'm like, all right, let me try it out and see how it is. And it kind of never works out.
Yeah, you just got to do what you think is the right format, you know, because, you know, look at like Howard Stern, right? I mean, a guy like that, I mean, he's the king of media, but all along his career, people were, you know, early on, people were trying to tell him, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you need to, you know, change it up. And he just did him, right? And look at how his career went. I mean, it went fantastic. I mean,
It did.
the guy was a pioneer.
Yeah, he's like the original like podcaster, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, he was on radio, but his show was like a podcast.
Yeah, he reminded me
really-
of. Do you remember Cow Muller?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, to me
Yeah.
that was like podcasting. When I would hear him in the morning, I'm like, oh, this is not like regular radio that you hear throughout the day.
Right.
Because they spent like a good amount of just shooting the shits and talking.
Yeah, Cow. I never really heard his show, but I know he was super popular.
At least likes my my country.
Your country accent.
Yeah, yes, she do.
I really
Low key, you be like, yes.
If there's ever a role in a local movie or film casting a Puerto Rican redneck, you might want to try out.
Well, on that note, right now we're gonna get into some music.
Some
Look at
music.
Elise. She's like, huh? You guys enjoy? We'll be right back. I am Bubble Man, bubble man. You wanna greet me? Shake my other hand. Pour some more champagne in the flute. Put some more greens in my juice. I set that up, these are timeless vibes. Bringing out the wise guy through the Wi-Fi, straight onto your timeline. I am Bubble Man, bubble man. You wanna greet me? Shake my other hand. Pour some more champagne in the flute. Put some more greens in my juice. I'm up in Paris, acting careless, wearing purple Patagonia. I'm not lying, and my wine is red like Sonia. I am Bubble Man, bubble man. You wanna greet me? Shake my other hand. Pour some more champagne in the flute. Put some more greens in my juice. There you go. New tunes from Topher Grey. Me, myself. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't want to stay on that subject too long because it's me and I hate talking about my music. But as we were off air, we were talking about what you call it, on how like specific companies almost bend your finger to like update your phone. And you were saying you didn't want to give it up to the man.
Yeah.
This is my issue with this. This is the core issue of, I think, with all of my problems. Even when it comes up to like
Go ahead, preach.
oh man, like social media. And I might have brought this up before. You probably think I know you probably know where I'm going with this. Is the cobalt mining.
Well, I know that there's, so I've heard about cobalt mining
So
for phones, right? I mean, it's everything like in chips
everything.
and our...
Yeah. Everything almost relies on cobalt. But my thing with that is that they have these people that mine cobalt in like the Congos.
Right.
You can YouTube this and you can see these people mining the cobalt with your own eyes. You're not actually supposed to film them or bring cameras there, but some people sneak them in and they get good footage. And you could see these people like mining cobalt in these horrible work conditions, right?
Right.
It's not even basically, it is modern day slavery.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's interesting about this too? That, I mean, you got me thinking about kind of a funny thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but I'm going to take this to China, right? So China is very involved in other countries, especially like a lot of third world countries in Africa, some countries in Central and South America. And, people aren't paying a whole lot of attention to this, but, China will go into some of these countries and say, hey, we will come into your town. We will build up some basic infrastructure, right? Some roads. We'll put you like a school, well, maybe a library. I don't know, maybe a little, even a soccer arena, And everyone in the, these real poor countries or towns, they're like, yeah, that sounds great. And the Chinese are like, hey, and it's not even going to cost you anything. We're going to pay for it all. We're going to bring in our workers and we're going to knock this out for you.
okay.
And, these countries are like, a lot of times it's kind of like, well, we could use for our people, we could use the work if you would hire them. The Chinese are very insistent. No, we're going to take care of it with our workers, but they'll do it. And what they want in exchange is rights to like minerals and to certain lands and things so that they can mine. And that's really what they're going after,
Yeah. So I think these are like the same companies that distribute, like these Chinese company are the companies that make like Apple phones and all the products we need. It's mainly like, we're the Chinese company. We're going to get it. We're going to get your cobalt. Don't worry about that. And you guys will be fine as far as like production wise. Like, we're going to make your iPhones. We just need to get this cobalt. And you got these big Chinese corporations to sit there and they'll go to the Congos. And see, this is the issue I have. You got people like Apple, and I'm just using them as an example. They know this is going on, right? And this is kind of like I'm going to turn the other cheek away and not even know that we're getting our phones from slave labor, right? Because you look at these videos and it's kids, no shoes, people dying because they're slipping and this is happening as we're like potting right now. This is not like...
Yeah. They've never heard of OSHA. Like OSHA's not even existing.
Doesn't exist, right?
People are like, what?
But the thing that frustrates me is a few things. Is that you have these big companies like Apple, even let's say like Timberland, where they'll meet, like, let's say their quota, right? Black Friday deals hit. You're making money,
Right.
and you're not providing at least some work boots for these people, just so they can use your app that's on like, if I had an application and I'm telling myself, like, okay, I do provide work boots. We do make enough money to at least send some over so these people can work comfortably at least, right? But the thing that just like really irks me, right, is that when you have these people, right, that are consumed in this, I'm not going to say bullshit news, because the news is relevant as to what's going on in the world, but how this isn't first priority.
Yeah, I mean, you
like,
could say that for a whole lot of topics.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you're preaching all this stuff from a phone that was made by slaves, and then you want to talk about something like, how about you address what you're actually sending the message on?
Right. Yeah. I mean, this all boils down to, and there's documentaries on this. I'm sure you've seen them, like just capitalism and greed, and this is a simple, really at the core of it, a case of like big companies and corporations and governments that take advantage of people. Like you just said, I mean, they've got these people in like unsafe, deplorable conditions, working their asses off for probably hardly no money, doing a service that really, at the end of the day, what they're putting out is worth its weight in gold, right? Because these companies end up taking them and putting them in all these tech products, right? Like microchips and phones and all this other stuff that everyone uses, probably except these people that are actually doing the work.
But the
greed, man, it's like the millions, if not billions of dollars that these companies are making. And what do the people who are actually extracting this and working their butts off to actually get it, what do they get? Probably
they get nothing.
Yeah, a swift kick in the ass is what they're getting.
But the thing is, in order for these phones to work, right, you need that, right? And if you don't have that, you can't relay your bullshit messages. Like,
well, and the problem is not the phone or any of that stuff. The problem, I think, that you're going back to is the people that are actually doing the work. They're getting screwed.
They're getting screwed,
and no one seems to care. They're just like, just give me my new iPhone, will you?
Yeah, so I can like preach all this other stuff and not even mention this, which is like a huge deal. Like, I watch these videos, right, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull one up.
Yeah, it's crazy, and no one. You're right, and people turn a blind eye, and they think that because it's on another continent or just not there in their neighborhood, they're like, yeah.
There are relevant things that people talk about as far as like, the wars we're having, and people seem to go all in on like input. And I'm like, yeah, thank you for letting me know about all this, but you're actually using to tell the world these messages that you're relaying. You're actually using a phone that was based off slave labor. How about you address that first? Like, look, what I'm about to say, as far as like regarding the wars or politics or whatever ills you're having with the world, before I even say any of this, let me tell you that I'm using a phone that was based off slaves. Let's get that out the way.
Let's address the elephant in the room, right?
Exactly.
Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah.
Now that we've addressed that.
At least you're recognizing it, and you're sure. But I think a lot of these people that do this just don't know.
Right. Yeah, most consumers don't know. I mean, and I hate to kind of maybe just group, young people in general into like one big category, but I don't think a lot of young people know what we just talked about, right? That that there are these people living in horrible conditions, working in unsafe conditions.
I tell people this all the time. I mean, the stuff that's going on, like in Palestine with Israel, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you. And this should get talked about.
Right.
But I mean, we're talking about it on phones that were made by slaves. That just doesn't. The logic behind that just doesn't sit well with me. It's like, I'm not going to talk about this unless this gets addressed. Because in order for me to talk about this, I need my phone that was made off
right. Yeah, no, like I said.
Like, are you
before,
upgrading your phone all the time? Not you in particular, but these people that are like, blah, blah, blah. And then out of nowhere, you're like, what iPhone do you have? It's like, oh, I got the latest and greatest. It's the best iPhone in the world. It does. I'm like, yeah, but do you know what that needs in order for you to relay these messages?
Right. Yeah. Well, that could be said about just everything, man. This country was built on slave labor.
Hold on. We're about to dive in. I want to see if this is the... look at this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching a video of cobalt mining. So let's go. I'll play the audio. It's like Addison's age. He has no shoes on. This is what I'm saying. This
is crazy.
This should be, to me, the number one issue we should be addressing as of now.
Right. Yeah, you don't even see that on international news. I mean, people, I don't know. It's a shame that kids they lose their childhood, and but we don't,
But at the same time, we're all like discussing like this Diddy trial and what's going on with this guy, and we're all being discussed on devices that were made by slaves.
Right.
And this is upsetting you. The Diddy trials is upsetting you, but not the device that you're on that was made by slaves. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
I can't partake in any of the world's ills unless this specific thing gets addressed. It's hard.
People would have to demand more from these companies and these people who are, using cobalt, right? I mean, like, so you guys weren't able to see the video, but in the video, basically there's a lot of people and children, adults and children, doing manual labor, carrying, bags and things of cobalt around in horrible conditions. But anyways, if this was an American company and on American land, I mean, we'd have roads built, we'd have machines probably doing it, like, bulldozers and trucks and all this stuff. But, these people are making millions, if not billions of dollars on this stuff. And they can't even, at the very least, put in some basic infrastructure so you don't have to do this all manually and little safer conditions. It wouldn't even cost you. It wouldn't even dig into your profit margin. It wouldn't be anything significant.
Apparel.
Yeah. It just be
hard hats. Nobody had hard hats.
Yeah. It's just, they're just doing
Nobody
it because
had
they
boots
don't care.
on.
Yeah.
But there's companies that have apps like Timberland, like Carhartt, that, okay, in order for our apps to operate, you need a phone. They should be at least recognizing that.
Right, yeah.
Or talking about it.
It's insane.
That should be, to me, that should be like the number one topic of discussion, is that right there. Because that's what we're all using at the ending of the day to talk about these problems that the world is having right now. Except the like you said, the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, I'm talking all this shit and I'm looking good through a phone that was like, how can you look good from a phone that was built by slaves is what I'm not understanding.
Right.
Like, how can you talk about anything without even bringing this up at least once a day?
And the world's just they're not going to get rid of phones. They're just,
you can't.
But what people could do, I guess, since we're talking about this, I don't know, you could probably
bring it up
right to the companies, right? And say, hey, we're you guys should consider changing these practices or whatever. I don't know. Send a strongly worded email. I don't know, what's going to change these people's minds.
You can't. You can't.
What needs to happen. Here's the thing.
It needs to be a trend.
The thing is that people are going to buy phones regardless. They're going to buy lithium batteries for their devices and laptops and everything. That's not going to stop. The thing is that really the problem is in two areas. One, the companies that are paying for this mining and extraction. They're the ones who should demand in the contracts, hey, if we're hiring or we're writing a contract with the Democratic Republic of Congo or whatever it is, then we're going to give you the contract. We're going to pay you guys money, but we demand that for your own people, you provide safety equipment, you provide safe conditions. Part of the money that we're going to pay you, you need to make sure that a certain percentage is for good wages, right? And that you're not using child labor. So the responsibility falls on the government who's accepting money or accepting the contract, and with the people or the company or the government that's actually paying for it. That's where it lies. Because, a company could say, man, we want this cobalt and we want the DNC really to, that's where we want to mine it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the Democratic Republic of Congo can say, hey, look, you guys want this cobalt, you can come here, you pay us, we'll get it for you, but you don't tell us how we're going to do it. We'll just get it for you. And they, that could be what's happening. And then the company could just be, or the government could just be like, hey, well, I mean, we tried, they're going to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, short of people banning phones and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen in this world we live in.
But what I'm saying is even the messaging, because as to your point, it's like they're getting their money from big corporations. Let's say Congo, and like you said, maybe their government's like, we'll get your cobalt. Don't even worry about how we do it. Then you see videos like this, right? this should have got to somebody's ear and say, all right, well, maybe we should stop producing the same exact phone with the better camera and start sending a message telling people like, hey, you don't need a new phone every year.
Yeah.
And by the way, the reason why we're telling you this is because the way we're making our phones is like jacked up conditions, right? So let's just stop sending the message like, hey, you need a new iPhone. New iPhone's about to drop.
Yeah.
How about these corporations say, let's stop that because we've seen an issue. Now, if you're not making as much iPhones, then you don't need as much cobalt, and that kind of business just starts to deteriorate.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
all right,
it's a big problem.
we stopped getting cobalt because we're not making as much phones because we seeing how you guys are treating your people.
Right. Yeah, it's a big problem. I mean, you could say a lot of stuff about this topic, and I mean, you could say, well, why don't we just try to find a different source, right? I mean, is lithium batteries like really the way to go? I mean, we always seem to find new technology and new ways to do things, right? Like you look back and you're like, man, we used to use this instead of this. Like for instance, with computers, we used to do the dial-up instead of what we have now.
Yeah.
And people look back at that and they're like, that's crazy. That's how you guys got on the internet?
Mm-hmm.
We may be saying that in 20 years from now and be like, man, you guys used lithium batteries? Like, what the hell? I mean, that was horrible for the environment. It was horrible for people and their work conditions. I mean,
Yeah. But I think there are things that we still use that we used forever. So who knows?
Right.
This might be one of those things that's it's going to be around for a while. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but
yeah,
this is what goes on through my head whenever I'm like reading these weird social media posts. I'm like, do you guys know what you're like? Do you know what you're using?
Yeah. But it's almost like you're trying to throw it back on the consumer, and you're right. In a lot of ways, consumers can say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to buy that anymore. But it's a tall order you're asking.
It is.
Because what you're saying is...
Or at least some recognition. Voice it up. Be like, hey, look, I'm about to use this device that was made by slave labor.
Yeah.
Let that be the first thing you say.
It's easier if you were talking like Nikes. Hey, man, like this slave labor, the Chinese are making Nikes. You could be like, I'm not buying them. I'm not going to buy them. I'm banning it. Because that's easier, right? I can go buy a slew of any other kind of shoe. But when we're talking technology in general, like laptops, iPhones, things, or phones, now you're telling me don't. I mean, everything runs on
everything. That's the problem.
That's the world we're in. So
yeah.
But I don't know that we'll solve it obviously here, but we could, if they want to give us the keys and we'll let us drive. But no, at the end of the day, I think it's the responsibility ends up falling on. It's on everybody, really. I mean, we are end users, and we really could just say, we're not gonna support a product that does this, right?
At least care about it, right? You don't see it's never brought up. Everything else is brought up, and that's the issue. I guess where I'm getting to. Everything else is brought up except that.
Yeah.
You really have to do a deep dive in order to like bump into that topic. But everything else you don't have to do. Everything else is pretty much on the table for you. Like, hey, did you know about this? Did you hear about this? Hey, this is going on. This isn't right. Be like, yeah, but I know the way we're even discussing this is not right.
Yeah. So this is our way of informing you guys. So if you're thinking about buying a phone or a laptop this Christmas season, I mean, you might want to think about these conditions and
think about
the horrible happenings in the Congo.
We're recording a podcast that's using that battery, but trust me, I do not feel right. Something
Look, guys,
feels off.
If we could power these laptops and these tools we're using with me pedaling a bike, I mean, we'd make that happen. But
all right,
we're not there yet.
We're gonna go on to the next joint. You guys enjoy. We'll be back. That was some good jazzy music.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we went on a rant with that whole cobalt thing, but
Yeah. But essentially, there's a lot of problems in the world, and I think we let our love for products and our consumerism just kind of take over, and we turn a blind eye to the negative aspects of it. We're just like, you know what I want, and that's it. And all that shows is that we're kind of all selfish, and we and
yes.
unless there's a problem in our own backyard, it doesn't get addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. So what you think about that music?
it was great.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I could play that all day.
Yeah. I was just telling Chris that when I lived in Kissimmee, Florida, and part of our cable package, the basic cable package, because we lived in Kissimmee. For those of you guys who don't know, it's a heavily Latino area and a lot of Puerto Ricans, and so we'd get this WAPA TV, and on Saturday night they'd play this program called Así Canta Puerto Rico, and man, they play that music, and I just vibe out. I'd sit there with like a beer, a glass of wine, and just and it was band after band. It was great, and it was all good music.
It was like,
yeah. Hey. Nice.
That's a vibe.
Yeah. Man, just give me a plate of lechon and arroz con gandules, and I'm set. Maybe a medalla. Nice.
That was great.
You guys are driving, try to tone it down.
Well, the thing is, like, loading specifics on YouTube, you could get flagged. So I'll probably load this up, but with a little distortion, just kind of change the audio, but to a point where you guys still get it. Because the music that I'm loading between our breaks is original music that we won't get flagged for.
Right.
So until we can figure out a way around it. But I'm gonna reach out to like a lot of friends and say, just send me music that's not loaded onto streaming services that you like, but you're probably never gonna use, and that way I could just kind of use it on the show.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of hip hop.
There you go.
A lot of hip hop. I don't have a lot of friends that make Spanish music.
Man, that. I was talking to Carmelo about this, our father-in-law, that there's some great salsa. I love salsa. He old school salsa too. He does, and he's he knows a lot about it. A lot of old school bands, and he's very much into like the instrumentals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about this all the time, actually. Like, there's no good recent salsa bands. I mean, if you think about it, the last really good salsero that has come out was like Mark Anthony.
Yeah, I think. I think the kids now, like the younger generation, I think. It's like that with English music. It kind of it evolves to a different sound, but it still has that element of inspiration. Like, I'm not gonna even say I'm not. I was never big like Bad Bunny guy. Like, right. It took me a while for even like just to give him a shot, because I would hear some of it. I'm like, this is just the same old.
Gotta support, man. Bad Bunny, dude.
Yeah, I know. I hear it a lot. And then my uncle at Lena's birthday was like, you gotta give him a shot. Like, trust me. So I'm like, okay. So I started diving into it to figure out, what do people mainly like about this dude, right?
Daddy,
what you got?
I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
I gotta tell you, I can't find my Dominus Rex. It's like the thing that's in like a mini pack.
or you got to look clear for it. Just look good for it. So, you know, I did like a minor deep dive in especially like the later music, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's a lot of inspiration from old music, but translated into like new culture music. So you hear like that some of the instruments might be different, but
Right.
you're not, unless you get somebody that imitates an era, you're not gonna get that anymore. Like, oh, I like salsa music. Yeah, you're gonna get a different kind of salsa music.
Right.
So, like, for example, here, when I hear him now, it's we're gonna get flagged for this, so I'm not gonna play it. But you can get like a nice reaction as to me telling you, you're not gonna get that what you want, but you're gonna get something inspired by that that's gonna be close enough. And I'm gonna play you two examples of that style of music. So one would be, pretty sure you heard this, but it's a good. So you got this.
Right.
Very new, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you hear the background.
Yeah.
It's very modern.
Right. Yeah, he's
But
mixing
check this out.
the old school.
Ed, give me 1 second.
It's attached.
Okay.
You attach the pizza.
All right.
No, attach the pizza.
Now watch this.
No, attach the pizza.
Give me 1 minute.
No,
Right.
attach the pizza.
But hold on.
now.
Give me 1 second. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the oldness in it.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah, he's just mixing the two kind of styles or genres of music.
And this is another group I've been kind of like this.